Ooh, just got in there at the last second. Okay, hello YouTube, and hello as well TikTok. I'll be with you in just a second. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Hello everybody. Let me just get into the game real quick. And we're ready. Okay, hello, hi Danny, how you doing? Hi everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft Monday. Let me know if you can see and hear me alright. Might be a little bit loud because I'm a bit closer to the mic than normal, but let me know how the audio sounds. We are, of course, back in Create Ad Astra. It's episode 9. We're well underway now with this series, and I'm excited for today's one. Today's one is going to be, hopefully, a lot better than last week's. Last week's was a bit of a dud because we spent the entire stream, more or less, looking for an infinite iron ore vein. Long story. If it's your first time here, don't worry, I'll explain everything about the mod pack and what sort of stuff we're working with. But the plan for today is I found some veins of iron ore off camera, and we're going to be mining those today. We're going to be setting up all the mining equipment and everything like that. First things first though, let's just take a quick look around the base and recap what we've done so far. So once again, if this is your first time watching, just to give you a quick rundown of what we've done so far. Here's our machine hall. This is currently our only building on the site, but this machine hall here contains all of our basic equipment from the Create mod. So we got all, deployer, presser, mixers, millstones, all that kind of stuff. All of our Create mods basics are in this building here. This was the very first thing we built in episode 2. Then over here we have our big old storage vault, and that has all of our items in it. Every single item and block that we've collected in the previous 8 episodes is all stored in this big vault here. Over here we got a little pumpkin farm, which is got no pumpkins in it at the minute, but it's it will have eventually. That's our pumpkin farm. Over here we've got our andesite farm, which is currently turned off because we've got a bit of a backlog of andesite at the minute, so we don't actually need that on right now. Then up the hill here we have our tree farm, which is also turned off at the minute because we got a backlog of wood. And then over here is our casing farm, which is also turned off, not because we have a backlog, but because we don't have enough copper or brass to actually justify having this machine running at the minute. Oh, and of course, there's also our diesel plant, our biodiesel production plant. That's everything we've built so far. I'm going to go and sleep real quick because it's getting dark. But last week, we were just preparing to start mining some iron ore. We've got a mod called Create Ore Excavation, which basically adds in infinite versions of certain ores. You can find these infinite ores scattered throughout the world, and if you set up a mining drill, you can mine said ores indefinitely. So we've done a bit of searching, and you'll be pleased to know that off camera I did manage to find a iron ore vein, which is way over there in the west, and I also managed to find a diamond ore vein, which is over there in the east. So we now have access to all 9 of the infinite ore variants. We got zinc up here, iron, redstone, lapis, emerald, diamond, copper, gold, and coal. But iron is our top priority. Iron is the one that we're going to want to target first, because we really do need to make sure that we've got our iron production up and running. So I made a little bit of a checklist of what we're actually going to be doing today. The first thing is going to be to set up this iron ore drill. There's a couple more things on the list which we'll get to later on, but top priority is the iron ore drill, and this time I've already collected everything that we need to build it. And also some thorium for some reason. Let me put that away. But we got everything here that we need to build the rig, the mining rig. We do need the blueprint though, so that we actually know how to do it. So let's make sure that we get one of those made. A schematic, sorry. Oh, we need an empty schematic first. Which I think is just paper and light blue dye. What's the mod pack? Says DKGFX. The mod pack is a custom mod pack by me called Create at Astra. If you are a member of the Discord server, you can find a link to it in the Minecraft channel. All the mods are available on CurseForge individually, obviously. But if you want it all in one easy place, then look no further than the Discord server. Okay, white dye, blue dye, light blue dye, and there's our schematic. We can put this away. Oh, where's our schematic table? I think we packed that away as well, didn't we? Yeah, so let's get that out for a sec. Okay, and the schematic that we're going to be building is mining drill diesel. Let's just check that it's the right one. Yep, this is the mining rig that I've built in my testing world. You can see there, we got the actual mining drill itself, we got the diesel generator over this way, and then the rest of it is basically just fueling the diesel generator and then transferring the power from the diesel generator to the mining drill. So that's everything we need. Let's go and place it where we want it. I don't know if there's any way to... Oh, I don't know if there's any way to get rid of where we've placed it now. Shit. We can use coords. We can use coords when we get there. So let's head over... Oh, actually, there is one thing that I haven't made, which is a drill bit. So we'd better make one of those before we go anywhere. 2 blocks of iron and 5 iron ingots. Easy enough. Oh, there's a crafting table here. Two blocks of iron. And then we surround this with ingots, and there's our drill bit. Okay, we got everything we need. Now let's go. So I've put a waystone already at the iron ore mine. There we go, iron mine. Here it is. So we're about 2,000 blocks away from base. I don't know how we're going to connect this up logistics-wise. If we're going to use trains or, you know, transport it via the nether or, you know, just a really long chain conveyor. Excuse me. I really don't know. But we don't really need to worry about that right now. All we need to worry about right now is actually starting the mining process. So the chunk with the iron ore in it is here, which is a little bit awkward because it's right underneath a very tall hill, very steep hill. So I'm not sure if we're going to build, like... I don't know if we'll build a platform on top of the hill and start mining from there, or if we should hollow out the hill and place the mining drill in the hollowed out area. I'm not sure which is going to look better, to be honest. We can put our coordinates in, though. -1876, -639. There we go. Oh, and we're also 124 blocks above sea level. Okay, so here's the drill. It has to... The actual drill itself has to be inside that chunk for it to actually mine the iron. So the rest of it doesn't matter, as long as the drill itself is within that area. Okay, let's see. I think it is. Yep, that's within the area. We do still have the ore vein finder, so I can just double check that this exact spot is... Oh, it says found in chunk nothing. Okay, am I in the wrong... Have I marked the wrong chunk on the map? I'm not sure. Hold on, just waiting for it to recharge. Yeah, it's still saying nothing. Okay. So we might be a little bit out. Nothing. Here. Nothing. Here. Aha, here. Okay, so we were out. We were one chunk out. But this chunk's a bit flatter anyway, so it works in our favour, really. So we'll bring this over this way. Okay, now we are over the raw iron vein. So we need to bring it down. Move Y. There we go. Pop it nice and flat on the ground. Which pronoun, says Jane Smith? She, her. Thanks for asking, Jane. And then... I think it's fine there, to be honest. Would it be worth rotating? I'm not sure. Let's clear a couple of trees first, and then we'll see if it'd look better rotated. Again, we haven't actually hooked this up to the... I haven't really thought about how we're going to hook this up to the logistics network or anything like that, so it doesn't really matter at this point which direction it's facing or anything like that. What do you do for work, says Tom Wilkins. Good question, Tom. I'm actually between jobs at the minute. My most recent job was in a print shop as a graphic designer. Like it was like a local business doing like business cards, posters, you know, flyers, all that kind of like promotional materials for local businesses, basically. But at the minute I'm looking for something a bit more in my area, which is game design. That's what I really want to be doing. How can you be playing this at home at 3 PM on a Monday? I mean, I've literally just told you that I'm not working at this particular moment in time. Okay, I think it's good there. Hold on. If I can bring it this way just a tad more. As long as this drill is within the raw iron. Yeah, okay. I think this is the best time. A terrible time to get into game design with layoffs and the rise of AI. It really is. That gives you some idea of why I'm out of work at the minute. It's very difficult to find game design jobs when the game design industry is like having massive layoffs at the minute. I guess it's my own stupid fault for graduating university in 2020. What poor timing that was, eh? I should have brought a bed, actually. I didn't bring a bed with me out here. Oh, I do have a bed, actually. Saves me going back to base every time I need to sleep. But this is... Oh, we'll clear this tree as well, and then I think my axe is broken. Then I think we'll be ready to actually start setting up the equipment. You know what, I'm just going to go back to base and get another axe. A stone one will do for now. Right, and then we can start placing blocks. Actually, I'm going to move it out one more block. There we go, just so that we can get around this side of it once it's up and running. Again, make sure that we're actually within the bounds of this chunk. Yep, okay, we're good to go. So all that we need to do now is clear a little bit of this dirt. Keep playing your games for nobody to watch. We'll wait for you in the real world. I've got nearly 6,500 followers, but thank you for your concern. I know that there are only 5 people watching right now, but I'm never going to have every single follower watching my live stream at the same time, am I? Come on, that's just unrealistic to even think that that would happen. And also, not to, you know, I really don't want to go down the rabbit hole of, oh, well, I had hundreds last week, but I do just want to say I did have, like, 500 viewers in last week's Farming Sim stream, so it really doesn't bother me. Like, it really doesn't bother me when I do streams that are less popular, because at the end of the day, I enjoy the game that I'm playing, and it doesn't really matter to me how many people are watching. Should I clear this tree as well? No, what I'll do is I'll move this back one block. Okay. I remember that all because you dolled up, says Danny. Yeah, it is true. I have noticed I do tend to get more viewers when I put in more effort with my makeup and outfit. Mainly because people like watch out of spite in that case. Which again, I don't complain about because it's still views at the end of the day. Right, so we're going to start building. We're going to lay the foundation, which is going to be stone bricks and granite. I also need to get out the target block. You'll see why. Non-game question, have you still got the jumping spider? I haven't, Danny, no. My jumping spider died a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to be getting a new one within like the next couple of weeks. And I do already have plans to do a live stream and show you the new spider when I do get her. But I don't know for definite when that's going to be yet. It'll probably be, in all honesty, it'll probably be the start of July. But yes, another spider is definitely coming. Stonecutter, anywhere? Where's all my... Where's all my vanilla blocks? Like my stonecutter and stuff like that. I don't... For some reason, I've put them all away. And I'm doing it again right now. Will it be another jumping spider or something else? It's going to be another jumping spider. I'm not sure what species yet. I'm looking at the minute at a Phidippus morpheus dream jumping spider, which I've never kept before. Because I always like to get... I always like to get species that I've not kept before, rather than just keeping the same ones over and over again. So, yeah, I think... at the minute, like I say, I'm looking at Phidippus morpheus. There's also the spider shop where I normally buy my spiders from has got a few Phidippus tyrelli at the minute, which I'd never even heard of until I saw them in the shop. But they're quite similar looking to Luna, my previous jumper, who was Phidippus ardens. So yeah, like I say, nothing's 100% confirmed in terms of what species I'm going to go for or anything like that. But I will be getting another spider quite soon. Okay, we need a target block here. What you building, says Liam Ratcliffe. At the minute, Liam, sorry for coughing, we are in the process of building a mining rig to take advantage of this infinite iron ore vein, which is underneath us right here. If I get my ore vein finder out and click here, you can see this chunk is an iron-rich chunk, so once we set up our mining drill, we will be able to mine iron ore indefinitely from this chunk. Here's the drill itself. Big piece of equipment. Needs to be this way around. So the way the drill works, I should explain before we start hooking everything up. The way the drill works is you put your power supply in here. We're going to power it with a diesel generator, but obviously you can power it with whatever else. It is quite a high performance machine, a high impact machine, so you can't just power it with a few water wheels. You would need like hundreds of water wheels to provide enough power for it to actually work. So we're going to be using a diesel generator. The items come out this end. In this case, it's going to be iron ore, but we've got, as you can see around me, I've also marked out the locations of various other ore veins, and we will be building similar machines in all of those places as well. And there's also a fluid input here. We're not actually going to be using that today, but certain materials need an input of lava. I think diamonds, you need to input lava into the drill to mine diamonds, but for iron ore, we don't need to use that, so that's going to stay empty. Okay, so the diesel generator is going to go here. And we'll get our pipes out as well. Nope, wrong way around. There we go. There's the diesel generator. We're going to fuel it from underneath. There we go, and here is where we're going to put our diesel canisters. So the way this is going to work is we'll put a diesel canister here, we'll crank the hand crank that's going to be placed next to it, and that will fill the diesel generator from the canister, and as soon as the diesel generator starts filling, it'll automatically start turning, and that's going to power our machine. I'm going to put a copper casing on this, just because it looks a bit nicer. We'll put one down here as well. There we go. Okay, cogwheel and hand crank are going to go here. So once again, once we turn this, it will pump the fluid, in this case biodiesel, into the diesel generator, and that will like jumpstart the whole machine. How you doing, Jake Fletcher? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Oh, we need to put the drill bit in as well, so the drill can actually start drilling. Why does your room look so plain and boring? Is that a joke? Like, my room is Like, every inch of my wall is covered in something. I've got Lego everywhere. There's literally Lego behind me right there. I've got posters everywhere. I've got all sorts of other stuff. Where are you seeing a plain and boring room? Like, genuinely. Hey Saul, how you doing, Stormtrooper? Danny says, how did you learn to be so technical on Minecraft? I'd lose my head. It's a lot of practice. I've been playing Minecraft for a long, long time now. Decades. Literal decades. Well, a decade and a half. I've been playing since, I think 2013 was when I first got into Minecraft. Back when the Redstone update first released. So, like I say, I've been playing for a long time. And also, I do, like, practice, like, I build a lot of these machines in my testing world before I build them on stream. Just because, you know, it's not really very exciting to watch me trying to figure out how to build a really complicated machine for 3 hours. It's a lot more interesting if I already have a vague idea of how to put it together before the stream, right? So, like I say, I do sort of practice builds beforehand, and that's where the schematics come from and stuff like that. We need our speed controller and a large cogwheel, and the speed is going to be I think 32, which is just enough to power this machine at the speed required. And then we're going to put a little belt here to transfer the power back down again. Okay, let me just go to sleep. Oh, I can't sleep yet. Well, I can put some lanterns out at least. If I put lanterns out, then we can see what we're doing a bit better. Put these on the corners. There we go. That's pretty much everything. What are we missing? Oh, we need the output set up. So it's just going to output to a barrel for now. We're going to put a barrel here. There we go. And then to get the stuff from the drill into the barrel, we're going to use a hopper and a funnel. Hopper there, funnel there. So once the iron ore is mined, it's going to drop out of this funnel into the hopper and then into our storage barrel. And, oh, we need to put the turbocharger on the diesel engine as well. So the way these diesel generators work, by the way, is they have a set power output. You can increase the power output with a turbocharger, which is what we're going to do, or you can use a silencer, which makes the engine quieter, but that reduces the power output. So it's going to be very loud. Just fair warning, it's going to be a very loud machine once it's running. I'm alright, how are you? I'm not too bad, the Stormtrooper. Thanks for asking, I'm doing pretty well. Always excited for Minecraft Monday, as you know. Good afternoon, Saul, says Harry. How are you doing, Harry? Hi, Dagger, as well. Welcome back. Xander says, I know this sounds weird, but I love your nose. Thanks, Xander. I don't think anyone's ever complimented my nose before, but I appreciate that. Okay, we have now built the... Excuse me. We've now built the entire machine. All we need is some diesel, so we're going to go to our diesel generator, our biodiesel plant, and grab a canister. We'll grab a full one. There we go. This... What have we... Oh, shit, I've just eaten something poisonous. Ah! What have I just eaten that's poisoned me? Was it a cave carrot? I thought... No, they're not poisonous, though. I ate something that poisoned me just then. I don't know what it was. Anyway, as I was saying... yeah, so this biodiesel plant is going to have to get a lot more active very soon. It's currently... I mean, we're producing plenty of ethanol, but we need to feed a lot more seeds into it. We are going to need to produce quite a lot of biodiesel to fuel this generator. I don't know how long it's going to actually run on one canister. but we'll find out. Sorry. You sound like Stampy, says Xander. I have been told that before, yes. Okay, so the canister goes here. As soon as I start turning this hand crank, the fuel should be fed into the generator. That will start rotating our machinery here. And that will feed into the drill. The drill will start drilling, and we'll start getting iron ore into this barrel. So let's do it. Oh, shit. I think I turned the crank the wrong way. That's why. There we go. Whoa, there we go. And it's away. And if I flip this lever now... There it goes. So it's, like I say, it's a very loud machine. I'll try not to stand too near to the actual generator because it does... As you can hear, it's quite loud. But that's working now. That's spinning. You can see the drill here. There's a little progress bar. When that bar fills, we'll get one piece of iron ore. It's quite slow. There we go, our first piece of iron ore from this machine. Very exciting. So, as I've mentioned before, it's... It might seem a little bit overpowered to have a machine that can just mine infinite iron ore, but there are quite a few trade-offs. Obviously, it does need quite a lot of fuel. You can see we've already used nearly a third of the fuel in that barrel. It's also very slow, so you know, there's a lot of trade-offs, so that it doesn't... It's not too overpowered, you know, I don't think. I mean, literally, by the time this biodiesel's used up, we'll have got, like, what, maybe a stack? So that means we're going to need an entire 4,000-litre canister of biodiesel per stack of iron ore. Should make a hopper to furnace and smelt it automatically, says Ray. Well, the smelting is going to be done in a specialised warehouse. What we're going to eventually do... Once we've set up mining drills on our other ore veins, we're going to get a mining drill over here for zinc. We've got one here for gold, one here for copper, and we also need one for coal, which we'll see why later. But once these are all up and running, we're going to have a specialised building that's going to bring in all of the different ores and smelt it all in one place. So we're going to have a bulk smelting machine. But for now, I don't know if we can actually leave the chunk, if it'll keep mining if we leave the chunk. I think it probably won't. So let's just, we'll stick with it just for a little bit longer and wait till it's mined a couple more. I want to actually just do a quick time and see how long it takes to mine one piece of iron. Get my stopwatch on my phone. Because it's not fast, by any means. Thanks for following, by the way, Xander. Okay, here we go. Ready to start timer. Look, it looks like it's going to be about 30 seconds. Yeah, about 30 seconds per iron ore. So, oh, I've just accidentally took the drill bit out. So if it takes 30 seconds per iron ore, that means it's going to take... that means we get 2 iron ore per minute. That means we're going to get... Oh, maths. 32 minutes to get a stack. That's half an hour to get 1 stack of iron ore. So if we're live for 3 hours, that means we'll get 6 stacks per live stream. That's not bad. That's not bad, actually. So it seems slow, but 6 stacks of iron per stream. Not too bad. Not too shabby. What mod pack is this, says Ray? This is a custom mod pack by me called Create Ad Astra. If you want to download it, you can find it in the Minecraft channel on the Discord server, which there's a link in my bio for that. There's about 100 mods in the pack, the main ones being Create and Ad Astra, hence the name. We haven't really touched upon any of the Ad Astra stuff yet, because we've been mostly focused on the Create stuff. But we will eventually be doing the Ad Astra stuff. We'll eventually be building rockets and, you know, going to the moon and Mars and all those other places. So there's lots still to come. We're almost 10 episodes in, and we're already we've still only really focused on one mod, which is Create. I'm going to stick around the base for a bit because I want to see if the mining drill will keep working while we're away from the base. So we'll do some odd jobs around the base for a bit, and then we'll go back over there and see if it's made any progress. In the meantime, we can put some of this stuff into storage. We don't need that book. There we go. So we'll pop all this stuff in storage. There it all goes. I have no idea how full the storage is, by the way. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to tell. We do know that it can hold up to... Well, each vault can hold up to 20 stacks of items, 20 slots. Each vault has 20 slots. And we've got 9 by 9, I think. So that's 81 times 20. 162. So 162 unique items, which actually isn't that much. So it might actually be nearing fullness already. Does keeping an animal with a name tag in a chunk keep the chunk loaded? I believe so, actually. Yeah. So we could put an animal of some kind over there to keep the chunk loaded for us. And we have a name tag. Oh, let's make an andesite golem. Yes. I think... Oh, wait, we can't. We don't have a conductor's hat. Can we not make... Oh, is that exclusive to Steam and Rails? Oh. I mean, we could make another golem. We could make like an iron golem and have him be our foreman at the mining site. But it would be quite expensive to make an iron golem. Okay, so the machine definitely doesn't keep working when we're away from the from the mining drill. So yeah, I think let's put a guy there. Let's put a guy there to keep an eye on things for us. We don't have any spawn eggs, do we? No. We could use a chicken or an emu. We got some emu eggs. Let's try and hatch an emu. But we'd have to... Okay, we'd have to build a little perimeter so that it can't escape. I think it'd probably be able to jump over catwalk railings, right? If we put something above it, though... Okay, I've got an idea. We need to make a door. There we go, metal door. Wait. Let me go and sleep, because it's getting dark. Is this a different metal door? Yeah, this one's got the warning stripe on it. I don't know if I'd prefer it to have the warning stripe or not. Oh, of course we can't... There we go. Right, so what I'm thinking is we'll build a little enclosure like this, and then we'll put a door at the back, and then we'll put a trapdoor above it. We got an andesite one spare. There we go. And then this can be like a little booth, like a little security booth. And we'll put our emu in that, and the emu will be our security / supervisor. Oh, actually, we need to name the name tag as well, don't we? If we're going to do that. Do we have an anvil? If I can spell anvil, we might have. We do. There we go. Oh, actually, if we rename the egg, does the emu that hatches from the egg have that name? I don't know. I'll just do the name tag instead. We'll call him Foreman. What's his name going to be? What should we call our emu supervisor? I'm just going to call him Foreman Emu for now. Foreman George. Danny says Foreman George. That's a good idea, Danny. Let's call him Foreman George. That's funny. Okay, back to the iron mine then. So if we set up our little booth, it's got to be in the same chunk so that this specific chunk stays loaded. So let's put it on this little flat bit here. There we go. And then we'll put the door at the back and the trapdoor there. That looks okay. And then we just throw our emu eggs in. Okay, none of them hatched. Okay. We're gonna have to get some more eggs. Chicken eggs, emu eggs, any sort of egg will do. In fact, actually, it doesn't even need to be a chicken. It could be any animal, right? So if we don't have any leads. Can we make a lead? Slime ball and string. Yes, we can make a lead. What mod is this? This is a custom mod pack called Create at Astra. If you're a member of the Discord server, you can download it in the Minecraft channel. There's about 100 mods in the pack, but the main ones are Create and Ad Astra. There's also Farmer's Delight, Sophisticated Backpacks, Terralith, Incendium, Nullscape, and lots of other stuff. No promotey, says Big Money Max. I think I'm allowed to promote my Discord server on my live stream, Max. I think that is something that I'm allowed to do, actually. Okay, oh, there's a gazelle. I don't think a gazelle would fit into the booth, though. There's pigs over there. Would a pig fit into the booth? We'll try it with a pig. I mean, a villager would be the best option because it'd be, you know, it'd be a bit more realistic to have an actual person in there. But we'll see if the pig will fit in there. What's that over there? What did I just see? Oh, there's an emu. Never mind. There is an emu. It's emu is what I wanted in the first place. So, come on, emu. I've got a job for you. You're now employed. Never mind, I've just lost the lead. Where did it go? Okay, so I can already tell this is going to be This is going to be a bit tedious. Come on. Are you a guy? Serious question? Nope. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I don't think that was a serious question. I think you already knew the answer to that question, Max. Right, come on. Stay on the lead. Is it going to actually... it might actually not even fit in here, to be honest. Yeah, I think its hitbox is too big. Okay, if we put these around the outside instead, like that, then it should fit in. Come on. It still won't fit. Oh my god, how big is your hitbox, man? Okay, right. Change of plans. We need a chicken. It has to be a chicken. A chicken is the only mob that's going to be small enough to fit. Let's go find one. Your face is very feminine, says Tom MCR. Thanks, Tom. Did it hurt to cut it off, says Jack Mehoff. Wouldn't know. Hasn't happened. Never will. I have no plans on having surgery, so no. Where would we find a chicken? I see wolves. I see fish. Would it work with a fish if we got a bucket? Could we just put a fish in a bucket in a pond? Because then that's a lot. It's a lot less likely to escape. I think we'll try that. I'll go home and grab a bucket and we'll try and just put a fish in a hole, and the fish can be our foreman. The shaders are really clean, says Russell. Thanks, Russell. I'm using a shader called Mellow Shader. Really great shader. Very, like you say, it's very clean. It's very subtle. It's not too overpowered. I think my problem with a lot of shaders is that they're a bit too much. I don't want a shader that completely transforms the look of the game. You know, I want a shader that enhances the game without being too overpowering. And I think this one really is perfect for that. Great shader. Very, very pleased to have it. Okay. So now we need to grab a fish. Actually, no, wait. Go back to base again. We can get a fish from here. Because I know there's quite a few different species of fish in this water here, so we got a bit of a choice then. There we go. What are you? Minnow? Should our foreman be a minnow? Or what are you? A bluegill? Or, oh, there's some cod over there. I think those are cod. Did you make this mod pack, says Russell? Yes, Russell. This is... I put the mod pack together myself. Obviously, I didn't make the mods, but I did put together the pack. Let's have a pufferfish. Let's have our foreman be a pufferfish. And if you remember the Discord, then you can download it from the Minecraft channel. So it is public, but you have to be a member of the Discord server. So it's not public in the sense that you can't go on CurseForge and search for it, but you can download it from my Discord server. Maybe I should actually publish it on CurseForge though, because I think a lot of, you know, there is a lot of interest. A lot of people have asked about it. Can I sleep, please? Okay, so we can pick all these up, can't we? Then let's just put it here. Let's just... There we go. Ah! He's attacked me already. Okay, maybe this was a mistake. Maybe we shouldn't have got a pufferfish. Okay, I'm going to pick him back up again. I'm going to put him somewhere a little bit further away so that we're not going to get accidentally attacked by him. Let's put him here. We're still within the chunk boundary. There we go. And the name tag. There we go. We have our Foreman George. Hopefully, now that we got a named entity in this area, it should stop the chunk from unloading, which should keep the drill working full time. We've currently got 18 iron, by the way. Publish it. I'd like to use it for PS5, says Danny. Unfortunately, it wouldn't work on PS5, Danny, because you can't have mods on console, with the exception of a few that are published through the Microsoft Store. But unfortunately, you can't do modded Minecraft on consoles. I'm going to the Peak District, says Jackson. Nice one, Jackson. Whereabouts are you headed to? Okay. I keep taking the drill out by accident. So I'm wondering now, if we leave the machine unattended, hopefully it will still keep running, because the chunk will stay loaded because the foreman's there. But either way, we have got it up and running, so we can now cross iron ore drill off our list. The next thing on our list is going to be a copy-paste gadget. Now, the reason I want to build a copy-paste gadget is because in a future stream, we are going to be building our second building, and it's going to be a lot bigger than the building that we've already built. It's going to go over here somewhere. It's going to be like 2x3 chunks at least. So we are going to need a building gadget. I've added a new mod to the list called Building Gadgets, which allows us to build some of these bits and pieces. We're going to build specifically the copy-paste gadget, which is fairly cheap to make, actually. It does need charging, which is why I've also got on my checklist a solar panel and energizer. But we'll come back to those. First things first, let's build the actual gadget. So 2 redstone, 2 emerald, 1 lapis, 4 iron. And there we go. So this is a copy and paste gadget. Basically, this allows you to select an area. So we could, for example, select this wall here. And then, like so, you can see there it says copied 24 blocks. And we can then go to paste. And it will allow us to paste this section of wall wherever we want it. Now, you can only paste if you have the items in your inventory, so we need to make sure that we have all of the blocks necessary to place this wall, and the gadget needs to have a charge as well, so we need to build a battery to actually charge it up. What's the mod pack about, says Russell? The main focus of the mod pack is create and add Astra, so there's a lot of focus on automation. If you've ever played Factorio, basically, I've tried to recreate Factorio in Minecraft, which is why I've chosen the Create mod and Add Astra. Because the Create mod is already basically Factorio in Minecraft. But combine that with the Add Astra mod as well, which lets us go to space. It lets us go to different moons and planets. It is literally just Minecraft, but Factorio, but in Minecraft. I just want to do this as well. I was just walking past and I just wanted to correct that. Okay, so we got the building gadget. Now we need a solar panel and energizer. So the solar panel is from Add Astra, sorry. So this is actually going to be the first thing we've ever crafted in the Add Astra mod. We need steel plates and... oh, wait, dash plates? No, but we can't... but you can't get dash without going to space, right? Wait a minute. Generates energy from the sun during the day. Note that the energy... right, okay. But how do we create a solar panel if we have to get dash to make one? Because you can only get dash from Mars. So we have to go to Mars. There's no way you can't make a solar panel until after you've been to Mars. No, there must be something else that I'm missing. There must be another crafting recipe that I've forgotten about that I'm missing. Thanks for the heartbeat, by the way, matey839. And hi, YNWA, welcome to the stream. Okay, so how do we produce solar power without... is there some other way to get dash? Am I missing... I must be missing something here. What's the goal today? At the minute, we are... I'm trying to build a solar panel because I've built this building gadget that lets us copy and paste certain blocks. But it needs to be powered, so... I don't... unfortunately, though, it seems like we can't craft a solar panel without dash, which we can't get until we've been to Mars. Now, we can also... there is another way to generate electricity, though. We can also generate electricity with a mod called Create New Age. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, let's try doing it this way instead. So if we make a generator coil, block of andesite alloy and 9 copper ingots. Andesite alloy. Surround that with copper, and that gets us a generator coil. So, I wasn't expecting to use this mod today, but it seems like we're going to be. So this is the Create New Age mod. It's basically a mod that adds in electricity through Create. So basically what we do, just like in real life, electricity is generated by spinning a coil inside a magnetic... what's the word? If you know how electricity is generated. What we basically need to do is surround this coil with magnetic blocks, such as magnetite. There's also redstone magnet, layered magnet. In fact, we'll do redstone magnets because they're probably the cheapest thing to do. So what? Sorry. So what we do is we surround this generator coil with redstone magnets. And then if we apply rotational speed to it with a water wheel, for example, the rotation of the coil inside the magnet generates electricity. So we're going to need at least 12 redstone magnets. Oh shit, did that go back in? There we go, 12. And then iron ingots, or iron nuggets, whichever. There we go. Oh, we got 24 actually, so we could do a second magnetic coil. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll make another generator coil. We are running a bit low on copper though, which is a problem. Andesite. Right, there we go. And then we also need carbon brushes. How do we make carbon brushes? 6 andesite alloy, 1 shaft, 2 coal. Okay, there's the carbon brushes. Do we have a few girders just for decoration? 4. We could probably do with a few more than that. Just go and press some iron ingots, and then I'll go and sleep. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting to be building this today, but it looks like we are building a New Age generator. I think we'll power this one with water, so we are doing some hydroelectricity, which is something we haven't done before. Get some alloy. There we go. And a large water wheel. Oh, we don't have a large water wheel. There we go. Okay, now, where are we going to put it? Oh, actually, I know where to put it. We'll head this way, and we'll put it down here, because there's a nice flat bit of land next to the water down here. There we go. This is also the same chunk where there's a gold ore vein, though, so we don't want to interrupt that. Let's go here. There's a little bit of a natural outcrop here. So if we just shave off a little bit of the grass here. So can that copy and paste anything, even bedrock? It can't copy and paste bedrock, no. You have to actually have the blocks in your inventory, so you'd have to actually have bedrock in your inventory to be able to place it. So it can only copy and paste stuff that you actually have in your. You have to have the materials. So like if I wanted to copy a wall that has like 20 stone bricks in it, I'd have to have 20 stone bricks in my inventory to be able to copy and paste it. Is it a mod, says Jack? Yes, the mod is called Building Gadgets 2. There's a few other gadgets in it. I'm not sure how they work, but the copy and paste one is the one that we're going to really want to be using. Okay, so I'm going to build here our magnet array. Oh, whoops. Okay, there's our magnets. In the middle, we're going to put our generator coil. One there, and one here. Now, all we have to do is power this with a water wheel. Oh, actually, now that I'm looking at it, it'd make more sense if we moved it down a block. We also need some shafts, actually. I should have brought some of those. I'll just head back to base real quick and grab a few shafts. I'm glad you aren't wearing makeup today, says G. Thanks, G. I am actually wearing a little bit of foundation. I always do. Otherwise, you'd see my stubble, which people always apparently can see anyway, and it always gets pointed out. So maybe it's useless me even bothering. Okay, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to dig a little channel here, like so. And then we're going to put our water wheel here. There we go, that's now turning. I'll bring it back one more block. It's not the tidiest looking thing, though, unfortunately. Try and clean it up a little bit. There we go, so the water wheel's turning. Then we just need to put some girders here just purely for decoration. There we go. And then we have our magnetic coils here and here. And then we surround these with our magnets. There we go. Then we add our carbon brushes. I don't know if they have to go directly beside the block, or if we can have a gap. I'm going to try and do it with a gap. No, energy output 0. Okay, so it does need to actually be touching the coils. There we go, 4 electricity per tick. The unit is literally just electricity. 4 electricity per tick is what we're producing right now. But that's electricity. We have officially got hydroelectric power. And the cool thing is you can actually convert this electricity back into rotational power as well with a motor. So what we could do is we could have like pylons transporting the electricity back to base, and then have a motor that converts the electricity back into rotational force to power our machinery. We would need to be producing quite a lot more electricity, though. We're only producing 4 per tick. We're producing 80 FE per tick, which is like the standard electricity unit in like basically every mod ever. But we are producing electricity. That's the main thing. So what we now need is an energizer, which is also part of this mod, so we can just make one here, and a sight casing and a lightning rod. Should be easy enough to whip those up. We can also obviously increase the power output by increasing the speed of the coils, or by increasing the strength of the magnets. So at the minute we're just using redstone magnets, but we can use layered magnets once we've made overcharged gold and iron. Or we can go for fluctuated magnets, and we can even get netherite magnets So we can massively increase the amount of electricity that we're outputting. But for now, let's keep it small. So we need a lightning rod. Do we have a lightning rod? Nope. And an andesite casing. Okay, there's our energizer. And, oh, we're also going to need a depot, which we don't have. I've just took out 2 completely random items, neither of which we actually need. There we go, there's our depot, and we'll place this, I think, inside the warehouse, but we do, it does need to be somewhere where it gets rotational force. It does need to actually rotate. So, could we put a machine here, maybe? We haven't had a machine here yet. What if we put one... Okay, if we put the energizer here, and then a depot here. That's a bit high up, though. Good day, Saul. Your texture pack looks so good. Thank you, Tazka. Sorry for coughing. I'm not actually using a texture pack. This is vanilla textures, but I am using the mellow shader, which really does enhance the look of the textures quite a bit. So I can highly recommend it. Where else could we put our energizer? I mean, we could put it here next to the spout. I don't know though. No, I think it is fine here. It's just that. What mod is it that adds the machines? This is the Create mod that I'm using right now. Ooh, what about here? Oh, but then that's still too high. That's still too high. I really don't know where to put this. I think, in all honesty, I think our machine hall is a bit too small. We've already filled it as much as as we really can. So we need to... I'm sorry for coughing, I really am. I think we need to move to a bigger building, perhaps. Which is the plan anyway. I was planning on getting a bigger building eventually. Sorry, just adjusting. I think we could, if we move the crafting table, we could put it here for now. Yeah, okay, I've got an idea. Because then we can do this, and then a couple of cogwheels, and I think that'll look alright. Looks very complicated, says Tazka. It can be at first. It can be a bit daunting at first, but you quickly figure out how it all works, you know. Okay, so our energizer is now powered. However, it also needs to be provided with electricity. So we are going to have to get some electricity from over at the generator. Greg60 says, oh no, now I've got to delete Minecraft 2 FFS, I can't have nothing. Yeah, I'm sorry, Greg. I think, in all honesty, you're better off just deleting every single game you have, because all of the games that you play are also played by trans people. Hate to break it to you, but every game you've ever played has also been played by a trans person at some point. So better safe than sorry. You better just delete absolutely everything and not play any video game at all. Can't you just stick to Animal Crossing or something? I've never played Animal Crossing, believe it or not. Never played Animal Crossing in my life. Okay, we need some electrical conductors is what we need right now. Which are fairly cheap. I've just joined and the haters are at it again, I'm assuming, says Draydog. Yeah, they certainly are, Draydog. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Greg here is apparently upset that I'm playing Minecraft because for some reason he thinks that the single most played game in history has never been played by a trans person before. He thinks that the most sold game in history has never been played by a trans person. How crazy is that? How do you actually go through life thinking like that? Okay, we got some conduits. I'm gonna make some more girders as well, actually. Or actually, no. I'm gonna use fences because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some pylons. And I think pylons, not pylons, telegraph poles. I think telegraph poles, they look better out of wood. You know, that's what real telegraph poles are made of. So, or let's look at fences and see if there's any other, or walls maybe. No, I will. I'm going to get some dark oak. I'm going to find some dark oak. I don't need the pickaxe. I do need another axe though, actually. So let's make one of those. Andesite. There we go. I'll just pop everything else in my backpack for now. It's Minecraft Monday. You've got to play Minecraft on Mondays. Exactly, Tazka. You know the score. You know how it goes. Oh. I've just remembered I've moved the crafting table, haven't I? That works. That works. Okay. So now we need to find some dark oak. Because I think that'd make the best material for the telegraph poles. Or, I mean, spruce could work, in fairness. Oh, actually, do I have an explorer's compass? Yeah. Dark oak. Dark forest. 1,583 blocks in that direction. Wait, isn't that just where the emerald ore vein is? I'm not walking that far. Thanks for following, Emmy. I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll go back to the iron mine. We'll see if it's actually... Oh, it's still on 20! Okay, so that doesn't keep the chunk loaded. Shit. Then how else can I keep a chunk loaded? I mean, there's probably a mod that just adds a block that automatically keeps the chunk loaded, but is there a way to do it in vanilla? No. Well, there's nothing here that's gonna... I'll have a look off stream and see if I can find a mod that adds in an easy, like, chunk loader. Because we kind of need this to be running full time. You know, there's really no point in even having the mining drill if it doesn't work when we're not near it. And like I say, I know that there are ways to keep chunks loaded in vanilla, but it'd be a lot easier if I can just find a mod where there's just like a chunk loading block that automatically keeps the chunk loaded. Use a lodestone, says Alistair. Does a lodestone keep a chunk loaded? Oh, we need netherite though. Oh, yeah, because we're playing on 1.20. They changed the recipe in 1.21, didn't they? But we're not on that version. There's mods with lodestones. Yeah, well, I'll find a mod that that gives us a recipe to make it a bit easier. It's not like super high priority though. Oh, this is oak. I don't want oak. Oak shit. I want spruce. You need a mod for it, but you can have max 3 or 4 loaded. But watch out for some lag. Thanks for the tip, Alistair. I'll look into it. Play Farming Sim, says Cormac. Next Farming Sim stream will be on Friday, as always. Looking forward to it, though. We just got some sheep, so so things are going to get a bit busier around the farm now that we've got animals to take care of. Okay, wait, where's the base? Oh, it's that way. I didn't realise how far we'd wandered. But yeah, I think we will use a chunk loader just for the sake of keeping this chunk loaded specifically, so that we can and the other mining drills. You had a bad modded one. Took me ages to figure out what it was. Couldn't even use a bow. All the mods are working fine for me, so I don't know. I don't know what could be causing any issues. Okay, so we're going to craft some fences. There we go. Let's make a few more. Actually, we might as well use all of the wood. There we go. Oh, I should have made some gates as well. I didn't think. Should have made some gates for the top. I'm just thinking, what else could we use? I'll tell you what. Let me go and sleep first, and I'll think about it. I need something to make the top of a telegraph pole. I mean, actually, no. I think we could just keep it fences. Yeah, I've got an idea. I've got an idea for a design. We're going to need more copper as well, though. We're running low on that. Because we need to make copper wire. Not that copper wire, this copper wire. Oh, we just cut copper sheets in a sawmill. That's easy enough. Oh, we've got no copper. We have used all of our copper. Oh no, we got 2 here. What does AMA stand for? Says Josh McCarthy. AMA is short for Ask Me Anything. I'm here to answer any questions that you might have for me. Okay, then we put these in the sawmill. And that gets us 4 copper wire, so that will be 8 total. Okay, so now if we head over to the electrical generator. There it is. It's a bit untidy, but we'll sort all that out later. So, I'm going to build a pylon here, just as a test. Okay. I didn't think this through. There we go, something like that. I think that's a good height. If we put our conduits here, there we go. And then copper wire from here. Oh, we need to put a conduit on top of the bushes as well. There we go. So that should be transferring electricity now. How would we test it, though? I don't think we really can test it until we get all the way back to base, so let's just keep placing more. So I don't know how far the copper cables can reach. We'll try putting another pylon here. There we go. I'm putting conduits on both sides, but we're only going to attach the wires on one side for now. I think it'll just be useful to have for future use. You know, if we do need to hook any other machines up in any way. Okay, that's too far. Maximum wire length is 16 blocks. Okay, that's... Wait, we'll go from this side and we'll see how far it'll let us go then. Okay, so we could have a pylon here. This would just about reach. Or... yeah, we'll go here. What keyboard do you have? Says Charlie M. My keyboard is a Trust GXT Astra 365, I think it's called. It's not exactly top of the range keyboard, but it's pretty good. I think it was £40. There we go. Okay, so we've connected a cable there. Let's move this one. Have a nice stream. Thanks, Charlie. Okay, what's mode mean then? Pull or inert? I'm not sure what that means. But let's drag the next wire up. Okay, God, these really don't reach far. I wonder if the better wires reach further, because we can also make gold wire and diamond wire. So I'm gonna guess that the gold wire and diamond wire probably have a larger range. But these copper wires, very short range. Oh, come on. Oh, please, come on. Don't piss me about. Okay, we're getting there. Well, I say we're getting there. We're like a third of the way there, so we definitely aren't going to have enough cables or conduits. Let's pop one here. we go. Yeah, we've only got one conduit left. I think we might need to go and grab a little bit of copper. Fortunately, I know where we can get some quite easily. Head down here. Okay, copper, don't you dare roll at me. He's rolling at me. Fuck off. Leave me alone. Nah, you can't get in, can you? Oh god, he can hit though. Jesus. Oh, we got a rocky shell. Lovely. $53. I think that'll be enough for what we need. For now, anyway. Right, so we'll get this smelted, then I'm going to make this into more conduits, hopefully. I think we should have enough now to get the rest of the way back to base. But, like I say, what we're going to do is just feed this electricity into the energizer so we can charge our building gadget, and then we'll leave room for upgrades in future. Basically, we need to leave enough. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Just wait on this iron. Copper, sorry. Anytime. How do we make connectors again? Oh, it's... yeah, there we go. Iron, copper nuggets. Okay, they're cheap as well. Okay, so we'll get a few of those pressed, which we'll use to make more copper wire. And then if we get a bit of andesite out, we can make some more conduits. Oh, not those. There we go, that's more like it. That'll be enough, hopefully, to reach the base now. Okay, you can go on there. Put this rocky shell away. Okay, we're getting plenty of wire, plenty of conduits. We might be low on fences, actually, because we need 7 fences per pylon. And we've only got enough fences to do 2 more pylons. And we're going to need a lot more than 2. So I think we're going to have to go and get some more spruce wood again. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, there is spruce wood at the village where we previously were mining andesite. So if we head there instead, it will be a much quicker way of getting... rather than going all the way to the one at the iron mine. We'll go to Azure Mirrors. And there's spruce trees right here. Perfect. So we'll just deforest this village a little bit. There we go. Straight back home. Oh, no! Oh, shit. I've just turned it into gates. What a fucking idiot. Okay, so now we got 16 spruce fence gates that I'm literally never going to use. Well done, Storm. But we got a stack of fences, so that's something at least. Okay, let's start moving in this direction a little bit. We'll go here. I can't... Right. It's really weird, but you can't build... you can't build on top of girders when you're standing on top of them. Which makes it really awkward. So we have to build the whole thing out of fences and then replace the bottom one with a girder. There we go. Okay. We'll have one here, right behind our pumpkin farm. Oh, please, just let me get on top of the fence. There we go. And then, ooh, one more maybe? This could be the last one. If we put one here. There we go. And then I think we can put one on the outside of the building. Oh shit, yeah, the machine's on this side. I forgot, the machine's on the other side of the building. Okay. Well, look, if we put one here... There we go. And then one direct... Oh. I was going to say one directly opposite that, but directly opposite that is... Okay, what about the ceiling? The roof, sorry. We could put one on the roof. Yeah, if we put one on the corner here. I don't think it'd reach to this corner. We can try, but... somehow I doubt it. Oh, it would. Okay. Which looks better, though? That corner or that corner? I think we'll go with this corner, because I don't want the wire going across the catwalk. That wouldn't really make sense. So if we put one here... Well, then again, though... What's under here? Oh, shit. We need somewhere to bring the cable in. No, not there. There we go. Okay, so that's how that sorts that out. Then if we run this cable... Yeah, so if we have a conduit there... There we go. Now all we need to do is feed the electricity up through there. And I do believe that I think the cables can go through blocks as well, so we don't need to worry about it going through a block. Let's just double check that. Yeah, they can go straight through blocks. Which means that's now connected to there, and that's connected through the ceiling. Which means our Energizer... Oh, it's not... Why is it not doing anything? Huh. It's got power. There should be power going through. Oh, we haven't connected this up. Okay, right, fair enough. You know what? Actually, I'm thinking now. Why don't we have a conduit here? There we go. And then let's move this one as well. Let's put one... Oh, we can't put one there. Here. Oh, I can't grab them now either. Okay. 1 second. Right. So, what I'm thinking is, I don't... I don't know what I'm thinking. I genuinely don't. I'm losing the plot a little bit right now. I can't lie. This won't reach, will it? Oh, it will reach. Okay. Right, and then we can have one going from above... Yeah, we can just have one that goes from here straight down to here. There we go. That goes straight through the block there. But you can't see it from above or below. Yeah, that's seamless. Perfect. So now the building has electricity. Now we should be able to hook this up to... here. And that should... Yes! Our Energizer's working! Energy stored. Almost 1,000. It can store up to 10k. So now, if we put our gadget, our copy-paste gadget here, it should start to charge it. Yes! So it's probably very hard to tell on stream, but you might be able to see there's a tiny little slither of energy going from the Energizer into the copy-paste gadget. If I take it out, it's now got 4.3k out of 1 mil charge. So it is charging. We have hydroelectric power. Ta-da! Good stuff. Now, it's not quite perfect. It's going to be very slow. Obviously, there are things we can do to increase the efficiency of the machines and stuff like that. But for now, it is going to work pretty slowly. What I just want to do is... I think we're good, actually. I think that's good. So I think what we'll do is get our... Well, we can chop... We can cross solar panel and Energizer off the list. We didn't actually end up doing a solar panel. We did hydroelectric instead, but, you know, the effect is the same. We've achieved the same result. So now, we could spend the rest of the stream setting up a foundation for building 2. But actually, before I do that, there's one more thing that I want to do. And it's something I've never done before. I'm actually going to quit the game mid-stream, because I just want to very quickly see if I can add this lodestone mod that was mentioned to me earlier. So just give me 1 second. Lodestone. What would it be called? Chunk loader. Ah, okay, here's one. Chunk loaders allows you to keep chunks loaded with different tiers of chunk loaders. Individual chunks can be loaded through a map, and the chunk loaders can load chunks in up to a 7x7 area. Chunks loaded by the chunk loaders will also receive random ticks, so crops, sugarcane, and trees will keep growing. Okay, perfect. I am adding a new mod to the pack right now, live on stream. I've never done this before. If the game crashes, then it crashes. You know, what happens, happens. We now have 90 mods. We've hit the big 9-0. Okay, relaunching the game. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Got any iron brew left? All gone. Shame. It'll take a minute for the game to relaunch, obviously. In the meantime, join my Patreon. Thank you very much to Kate, Sophie, Jess, Daniel, and Danny for supporting me on Patreon. Danny there is our newest member, so thanks very much, Danny, for that. And you too can join and get your name on that board for just £1 a month via the link in my bio. And with that, we're back in the game. End of plug. "104 mods loaded," says Steve. Yes, most of those are... a few of those are shaders as well. There's actually only 90 mods. But then I've got quite a few different shaders installed as well. So it comes out to 104 total in-game. Okay, here we are. So we have added a new mod called Chunk Loaders, which adds in 4 different tiers of chunk loader that can load in different amounts of chunks. Now, we only need to load in a single chunk at a time, so we can just make a single chunk loader. Eye of Ender, 4 iron ingots, 4 obsidian. That's all achievable. That's all fairly inexpensive, really. The Eye of Ender might be... the Ender Pearl, sorry, might be a bit of a problem. Unless we got one. We don't have one. Obsidian, we have got. And iron, obviously, we've also got. We are going to have to go and kill a little bit of a... kill a couple of Endermen, though. Now, are there any about? I think the best option is probably going to be to go underground, because they're more likely to have spawned down there. Oh, it's raining, yeah. They're definitely not going to spawn on the surface in the rain. So we'll head underground. We'll see if we can get ourselves an Eye of Ender. Not an Eye of Ender, an Ender Pearl. I keep saying that. We don't want to turn it into an Eye of Ender. It just needs to be a raw Ender Pearl. Okay, skeletons. Ignore them. Oh, there was an Enderman on the map, but he's gone. He's just gone. Come on, I need an Enderman. You can piss off. Oh no, shit, I'm in a hole, I'm stuck in a hole. No, get away. Don't shoot me. I see one, I see one. He's gone, he's fucking moved again. The fuck is that? No, no thank you. What the hell is that? Go... No. Absolutely not. It's a screecher. It says on the minimap it's a screecher. Good God. Don't come near me. Come on, man. Oh, shit. No! Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, bollocks! Okay. Oh, I'm alive. I'm alive. How the hell? I don't know how I survived that, but I'm still alive. Let me just take a minute. Okay, we got an ender pearl. As soon as I'm back at full health, we just need to get back to the surface, craft ourselves a basic chunk loader, and we're golden. Well. Wait, a basic chunk loader, which can then be crafted into 9 single chunk loaders. Okay, and that's perfect, because we have 9... We're going to eventually have 9 mining drills set up, so we will need 9 chunk loaders. And by the way, any updates to the mod pack, any new mods that I add, I will make sure to include a zip file of the updated version in the Discord server. So any changes that I make, you will, you know, be able to play with the same changes. God, why are there so many creepers down there? Speaking of creepers as well, I just want to mention it now. I'll mention it again at the end of the stream, but I just want to mention it now as well, just in case anyone's not here at the end. I have got the new Lego Minecraft creeper, and I'm going to be building this on Wednesday, live on stream. So if you want to watch me, if you want to join the live stream and watch me build this, come along on Wednesday. Like I say, I'll mention it again at the end, but I just thought that was a good moment to shout it out for anyone who might not be here at the end of the stream. I'm looking forward to it as well. It's been sat on my desk for a couple of days now. And I'm the sort of person who likes to build my Lego as soon as I get it. So it's been agony staring at it every day, knowing that I can't build it yet because I'm saving it for Wednesday's stream. Okay, there is our single chunk loaders, 9 of them. So what we should be able to do now is just go ahead to the iron mine, place one of those down, and it'll just keep that chunk loaded forever. Even when we're not in it. Which means Foreman George can die. We don't need him anymore. Sorry, Foreman George. We'll call that involuntary suspension. And then, do we just pop this down? Is that it? Simple as that? Really? Do we have to do anything else with it? There we go. Okay. Let's put it... Where should we put it? Let's put it on top of the mining drill. That seems appropriate. There we go. And then we just press click to load. And now the ultimate test. So there's 28 raw iron in the barrel. If I come back later and there's more iron than there's more than 28 in there, then we know that it's working. And we got 8 more of these, which means we can place one at every single one of our ore deposits, because there's 8 more ore deposits out there. Which means that's it. We're done. So we just leave that running for a bit, and then we'll come back to it, see if it's worked. Hopefully it will do. We put it right on top of the mining drill, so we know that it's definitely in the right chunk. Oh god, I'm running low on food though. Let me grab some pumpkins. A couple of stacks. I accidentally reloaded my shaders there. F3 and G to show chunk borders. I don't really need that, Steve, because I can see the chunk borders on the minimap anyway. You can see here, the mining drill is right in the middle of the chunk, so we've definitely placed it in the right chunk. So what's next on the checklist? There's only one more thing on the checklist, and that's to build the foundation for Building 2. Now, I'm not 100% sure where I want to build Building 2, but it can't be too far away from the main complex, which is going to be difficult because it's going to be a very big building as well. It's going to be 2x3 chunks, and this landscape is quite hilly, so it might be a bit tricky to find a flat area, or landscape a flat area that's big enough. Maybe over here somewhere. I'm thinking this plateau here, if we flatten it out a little bit, this could be... It's not exactly close to the base, but it's not too far either. What about over the river, actually? I don't... No, that's way too hilly. Definitely not flat enough. Let's get to higher ground and get a better look, and that might help us to find a good spot. We are getting to the point now where this might not be the best location for expansion. It was a good place to start, and we've obviously had plenty of room to build all of the machinery that we've built so far. But I think moving forward, we might have to scout out a second location to build our sort of more industrial complex, our more our mass production facility and that sort of stuff. That being said, that looks reasonably flat down there. That's not too bad. I think we could make that work. We could yeah, we could fit a building in there. There's also down there. It's tricky. It's tricky to know what to do for the best. I mean, I did have my eye on this crater to the north, actually. I know there is a pillager outpost up there, which we'll have to deal with. But I was thinking, especially when we start with the Ad Astra stuff, I was thinking it'd be really cool if we built our, like, space center in the crater. I'll show you what I mean in the morning. Yeah, what I'm thinking is this crater here, if it's fairly flat in the middle, this crater would be a nice place to build our space center. So if we're going to be doing that, then maybe we should be like expanding out a little bit rather than trying to contain everything in this one area. Like maybe we could have a factory over here, for example. This is very flat. Like you can see on the minimap how flat this bit is here. This would be quite easy to smooth out for a building. So I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But we've got options. There's quite a lot of options there. Oh, how's our gadget doing, by the way? How's the charge looking on it? It's currently got 162k, so it's about 20% charged, near enough. So it does charge quite slowly, but to be honest, it is faster than I thought it would be. I wasn't expecting the machinery to work this quickly. Steve says, in vanilla game, I found a surface level dungeon with a skeleton spawner next to an illager outpost. Cool. Good find. Let's actually, yeah. While we're in this direction, let's have a quick look over the hill and scout out this villager outpost. Because if we do end up building our space base, if we do end up building our space center in the crater, then we're going to need to clear out the pillager outpost. I destroyed the tower, but they just kept spawning. Damn. Well, we haven't really had much trouble from pillagers so far in this world. There was a bit of an incident where we killed a couple and then we got a raid when we went to the village. But we haven't really encountered too many of them thus far. Okay. It's a bit steeper than I thought. Okay, we're near the top. And here it is. Here's the crater. Now that I'm looking at it from up here, it doesn't actually seem as flat as it looks on the map. But I suppose we could put in a false floor. We could basically just pave over it and start from a slightly higher level above sea level. Actually, to be fair, the mountain top isn't that bad, really. This is this is fairly flat. And actually, in theory, if we destroyed the pillager outpost and like completely dismantled it, we could build something there on that spot. Because look at this. This is fairly flat ground, actually. So we got options. We got options. I'll have to think about that before next week's stream, and see what I'm thinking we'll do. In the meantime, let's head back to base, and then I want to head to the to the iron ore mine, and we'll see if our chunk loader's actually working. Oh, look at that. Look at that, though. I want to get a screenshot of that. Is there... Hang on. See, the thing is, it won't actually look that good on a screenshot because everything's so tiny. And then if I zoom in... Wow, look at that. But you can't fit it all in a screenshot at a good scale. Unless I get a bit closer. That's a bit better. Let's get a screenshot here. Okay. Oh dear. I really shouldn't be so reckless when I'm climbing down mountains. Right, oh. So we'll go to the iron mine. Now, there were 28 iron ore in here before. There's now 47. The chunk loader is working. How are you running on water? Says Gage Townley. I'm wearing some Aqua Dashers from the Artifacts mod. They allow you to walk on water while sprinting. So it only works if you're sprinting. If you stop running, then you fall through. I'll show you. There we go. We can jump across the water. We can sprint on the water, but as soon as I stop sprinting, we sink back in. And you also can't start sprinting again once you've fallen in. You have to get completely out. But yeah, pretty cool thing. I didn't even know that they were a thing. I added the Artifacts mod for something else, and then just discovered those. But they're really cool. Okay. Excuse me. So I think the next thing I want to do is I'm gonna leave the building foundation for today. I think I'll sort that off camera. I'll scout out a location and we'll sort that out at some other point. But what I would like to do before we finish is maybe build another mining drill, and we'll start mining copper. Oh, actually, one more thing I want to check. We need to check how much diesel is in the generator over here. Still 1,000. There's still 1,000 in this, so it's actually still doing pretty well in terms of diesel consumption. So I think that I'm fairly confident now that we can set up other mining drills doing the same thing. Like I say, I think we'll set up the copper one next, because copper's like the second priority after iron, and then we'll probably do zinc after that. So we want our mining drill diesel. We want our ore vein finder. And we want a waystone. I just want to check. The waystone's here. I'm very sorry, I've got a sore throat at the moment. Okay, we're going to head to the copper ore vein. Oh, one more thing, we need the conduit as well. The chunk loader, sorry. We need the chunk loader. There we go. So I'm heading to the copper ore vein, and we are going to put a waystone there so we can quickly teleport between our base and the mine. And what we're going to do is we're just going to build another mining drill identical to the one that we built at the iron mine. Exactly the same. You know, we know the machine works now. We've seen it in action. We can just build the exact same thing on every single ore deposit. Apart from diamond, I think for diamond ore you do need to add lava as well. So we'll need some way to pump lava into the drill at the diamond mine. Which means a lava generator. That's a whole thing. But I don't think we really need to worry too much about the diamond drill at the minute, because we don't really need diamonds in any great quantity at the minute. You look stunning, says Meatball. Thanks, Meatball. Very kind of you. Okay, so our copper ore vein is right here. Just double check. Yep, raw copper found here. Let's start by clearing a couple of trees. And we'll also place our waystone. Which we will call Copper Mine. There we go. And now we can instantly teleport from the copper mine back to our base. We're going to have to go back to base, though, because it's dark and we need to sleep. Okay. So, first things first, we're going to need a mining drill again. Just checking that we didn't have one stashed away. A drilling machine, sorry, that's what I meant. Okay, so 4 blocks of brass. Oh god, I forgot how expensive these were. 4 blocks of brass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 brass sheets, 2 precision mechanisms, 3 sturdy sheets, a spout, a copper casing, 2 electron tubes, and a mechanical drill. This shit's expensive. Do we have any brass? We do have a bit of brass, fortunately. 1 brass casing, 1 brass tunnel. Do we have a brass tunnel? We do not. How do we make a brass tunnel? Brass, kelp, and an electron tube. So that's 3 electron tubes we're going to need. Which means we're going to need more rose quartz. Which means we're going to need more sandpaper. Which means we're going to need more iron plates. Oh my god, everything's so expensive, man. We'd bet. Well, I don't know why we don't make a backlog of sandpaper, to be fair. Let's make a few extra bits of sandpaper, because we do need it quite a lot. Oh shit, I used all of the redstone. Okay, so now we have no redstone. Great. Hey, Douglas, how you doing? Okay, we'll put this here to sand. We might as well make 9 electron tubes, since we got 9 rose quartz. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm pretty good, yeah. Enjoying Minecraft Monday, as always. There we go. Oh, it's still going. Whoops. At the minute, we're currently trying to make a mining drill. We've already set one up to mine iron, but we're getting one together for copper now. And then if we get one for zinc, we can then make copper and brass casings, which basically means we're set for life with those 3. Oh, how's the building gadget doing, by the way? The building gadget is now 1/3 of the way charged. Looking pretty good. Looking forward to building with that next week. Because, like I say, next week is when we're going to start actually laying the foundations for our new building. Which is going to be a big one. It's going to be a very big building. It's going to be an ore processing building. So basically we're going to have one huge building where all the metals, iron, copper, gold, zinc, all come in. And then all the ingots go out. So that's iron ingots, copper ingots, gold ingots, zinc ingots, brass ingots, and steel ingots. All are going to be produced in one big building. Okay, brass tunnels. There we go. 2 brass tunnels. We then need 4 brass blocks per machine. And I'd quite like to make 2 machines so that we can get one set up on the zinc as well. So we're going to need more brass. Let's see, if we want to make 8 blocks of brass, we're going to need 72 ingots. No. What's 9 times 8? Yeah, it is 72. No. Yeah, it is 72. It is 72. I'm just stupid. So we need 72 divided by 2, 36. So I think that means we need 36 zinc and 36 copper, which is going to be pretty much all of our copper. But let's see if it works. Okay, copper and zinc in, and then we also need to heat it because we need it needs to be superheated for this recipe. We'll just use coal for now. We should I'd like to get blaze cakes produced at some point. We can probably automate the production of those as well. How do you make a blaze cake? It's just lava on a blaze cake base. Eggs, sugar, and cinder flour. Which means crushed netherrack. Is there a way to infinitely produce netherrack? There is! Oh my god, okay, so we can actually automate blaze cakes. If we find an ancient debris deposit, it has an 80% chance of extracting netherrack. So that means basically an infinite supply of netherrack. We can grind the netherrack to get an infinite supply of cinder flour, which means infinite blaze cake bases, and you know, infinite lava's easy anyway. So we can actually automate the production of blaze cake. That's really useful. That will come in very handy later on. So good to know. Good to know. Okay, back to what we were up to. We need to be focusing on the drilling machine, so we're also going to need 2 copper casings, 2 spouts, and 4 precision mechanisms. I don't think we have any precision mechanisms at the minute. Nope. That's another thing that we absolutely have to automate, by the way, because it's going to be an absolute pain in the arse crafting precision mechanisms all the time, especially because there's only a 20% chance of actually getting them. Okay, planks and shafts. Okay, my inventory's getting a little bit full right now. Oh, we're 1 short. Okay. I think we're going to need 12. 12 of each. Let me just stash some of this shit in my backpack for now. Not the shovel. Okay, we're going to need the gold sheets. We're going to need the iron cogwheels. Both sizes. That should be it. Okay, you press. We've got 64 brass. Oh, the blaze burners ran out. Okay. How much more did we need? We need 8 more. Which means we need more coal. Let me just pop those on here. And you can start deploying. This is why we need blaze cakes, by the way, because blaze cakes burn for a lot longer than coal. And you can also charge them. You can get a superheated blaze cake, which does even more. Okay, there's our brass. That should be enough to get us 8 blocks of brass, sorry. There we go. Perfect. 8 blocks of brass, so that's the corners sorted. Oh, the brass sheets! I forgot about the brass sheets. Okay, this is very expensive, actually. This is way more expensive than I was anticipating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 brass sheets times 2, 18 brass sheets. So we'll pop those there to start being pressed. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to place that. I'm sure at least one of these is going to fail. Okay, we got one. What? Oh, we ran out of iron. No. Oh, I've miscounted how many cogwheels we'd need. Oh, and it failed. Of course it fucking failed. Okay. We need way more cogwheels. We're going to need, like... I'm just going to go ahead and make another entire stack of small and large cogwheels. Oh, we're nearly out of wood, by the way. There we go. Why do you even come here, Jan? Why do you even... Like... How you've been here for like the last 4 streams in a row? Like, do you actually come on TikTok especially to find my streams so that you can call me a transformer? Because that's pretty fucking sad. I can't lie. Like, do you actually sit at home being like, I wonder if Saul's streaming right now? I'm gonna just hop on and say and comment transformer. I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get why you wouldn't just stop watching after the first time. Like, why? What's even the point in coming back? You're just wasting your own time. Thanks for following, Liam Bell, by the way. And thank you, Danny. I just want to say thank you for your streams. They're a joy to watch. A bit of positivity. It's much appreciated. Thank you, Danny. Liam Bell, I wonder if they start cracking up laughing, thinking they're hilarious. I've got to imagine so, yeah. Oh, shit, it failed again. That's 2 failed mechanisms. I've got to, like, I genuinely don't understand what people get out of it, you know? Like, I can understand... Well, I can't understand, but it makes sense why someone would comment the first time, but it's the fact that it's the same people that come back to my streams... Which means that instead of selecting not interested, they've deliberately chosen to come back the following day to my next stream. That's the bit that I don't understand. Like, if it comes across your For You page the first time, you just press not interested and then you never see it again. So, like, these people are choosing to see it again. These people are choosing to be here. Which I just don't get. I don't get why you choose to be somewhere that you don't want to be. Because they clearly don't want to be here. But anyway, the mind of the internet troll is something I'll never understand. I think I've accepted that I'll just never understand that mentality. Okay, so we now need to make 2 more precision mechanisms, because 2 of them failed. Oh, whoops. Yeah, you can see now why I want to automate the production of precision mechanisms, because they're very slow to make. Especially when you're just using one machine. Your streams are great. Watched your Farming Sim stream. Watched your Farming Sim one the other day and it was really good. Thank you, Liam. It's much appreciated. Okay, there's our 3rd. So 1 more precision mechanism. Hopefully this one won't fail. Thanks for the mark of love, by the way, Douglas. That's much appreciated. Very kind of you. Okay, moment of truth. It failed. Great. That's another gold sheet we're going to need. It's so annoying. Love your streaming. Thanks, Douglas. Are you using mods here? Been a while since I've played Minecraft. Yes, this is a heavily modded Minecraft. All of this, pretty much everything you see in this room is modded. I think these stone bricks and the lanterns are the only vanilla items in this building. Most of this stuff is from the Create mod. One of my absolute favourite Minecraft mods. Just so good. I've said it before, but I think this mod is like kind of on the same level as Tinker's Construct for just how big it is. Like, you know, if you played modern Minecraft back in the day, Tinker's Construct was one of those mods that like completely defined modded Minecraft in like the mid 2010s, sorry. And I feel like this is the modern equivalent for just how game changing it is, you know. Absolutely brilliant mods, absolute game changer. It's just so fantastic. There's so many possibilities with it. You know, there's so much you can do, and the best part of it is that everything moves, like everything physically moves. Because the thing about a lot of the mods from back in the day, like, you know, your build crafts and computer crafts and whatever other mods that were added back in the day, the thing is, they all added in a lot of blocks, but they didn't really have, you know, they didn't really move. You know what I mean? Everything was transported on pipes and stuff like that. Everything was moved around in pipes and that kind of thing. Whereas in this mod, everything actually moves, you know. Like, you can actually see all the machinery moving. You can see the cogs turning. You can see... Well, not now, you can't. There you go. You can see the cogs turning. You can see the belts moving. I just love... The mod just makes the game feel so much more alive because everything's... Like, because there's so much physical movement. Like, look at this in here. Like, everything's moving. Everything's alive. It's organic, you know? It's just so incredible. I genuinely... There's no other mod like it. There's never been any mod quite like Create. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. Anyway. I remember a mod where you would build up a rocket and go to other planets. Funny you should say that, Liam, because we have that exact same mod. It's called Ad Astra. It's not the original. The original mod is Galacticraft, but Ad Astra is a faithful remake, a pretty faithful remake of Ad Astra, and we actually have that mod in the pack. So we will be going to space. Not today, obviously. It's still a long way on the horizon, but eventually... we will be going to space. Not only can we go to the moon and Mars, we can also go to Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, Glacio, which is in a different solar system. There's so many places. I think we can even go to Uranus and Neptune as well, because we've also got a mod called Ad Extendra. Yeah, look at this. With Ad Extendra, we can go to Ceres, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Orcus, Pluto, Haumea, Quaoar, Makemake, Gongong, Eris, Sedna, and Proxima Centauri. Yeah, you've got to stick around if you want to see all the going to other planets and stuff. That's all still to come. I am hoping that we can get started with the Ad Astra stuff too soon. Because we are 9 episodes in and we've mostly been focused on the Create stuff at the moment, but the Ad Astra stuff is definitely, you know, that's why the mod pack's called Create Ad Astra, because Ad Astra is a huge part of the mod. We just haven't gotten round to it yet, but I'm super, super excited for getting round to that stuff. Anyway, back to what we were doing, back to the drilling machine. So we now need, we've got our 4 corners, we've got our brass casings, we got our precision mechanisms, and we got our tunnels. And we got the brass sheets. So we need 6 sturdy sheets, which means we're going to need to crush some obsidian. We've got the electron tubes. We need 2 mechanical drills, 2 spouts, and 2 copper casings. And that's it. So we've already got copper casings. There we go, 2 of those. We've already got I think, spouts. No, we don't have spouts, but they're easy. They're just copper casings and kelp. There we go. So we got our copper casings, we got our spouts. We need 2 mechanical drills. I remember playing back in Alpha. Such a shame I haven't played in years. Need to get back into it. You definitely should, Liam. I mean, it's a completely different game these days. You know, even just the vanilla game has changed so much for the better. You know, I've absolutely loved Minecraft ever since I first started playing it way back in like 2013, I think, when I first joined. So I was honestly quite a latecomer to the game, relatively speaking. But yeah, I do feel like Minecraft's just gotten better and better over the years. I know there are certain people who feel like the game has declined in quality, which I don't understand at all. I really don't understand how you can look at Minecraft today and think that it's worse than it was 10 years ago. I think it's just gotten better and better over the years. It just continues to improve, and I just love it. I love Minecraft, always have, always will. Without a doubt, probably one of the best games ever, in my opinion. And there's a reason that it's the most played, the most purchased game of all time, right? It's sold like 300 million copies, which is not to be scoffed at, you know? Okay, so we just need the sturdy sheets now, and that's everything. So we need to crush some obsidian, and then spout some lava on it. Have you seen the movie, says Liam? I haven't seen the movie, Liam, no. I'm not really that bothered about the movie, to be honest. I'll probably see it at some point, you know, like I'll get round to it, but I wasn't really bothered about going to see it in the cinema or anything like that. But yeah, like I say, I'd like to eventually, but I'm in no rush. Okay, we need crushing wheels. We actually need to set up these crushing wheels somewhere permanent, by the way. We don't yet have a permanent home for the crushing wheels. I haven't either, to be honest. I'll watch for nostalgia. Yeah, like I say, I think I wouldn't mind giving it a look at some point, but definitely not something that I'm going to go out of my way to watch, you know. I just wait till it's on telly, which it eventually will be. Okay, I'm going to craft a couple of water wheels. So let's get some birch logs and some shaft. Okay, we need 2 large water wheels. Oh, we need more logs. There we go, 2 large water wheels. There's got to be somewhere that we can set these up. Like I say, I still haven't picked out a place to set them up permanently. But if we could, maybe we could just stick them at the side of the building for now. No, because they'll take up too much space. Let's just put them here where we had them last time. Dig a little trench. And then we want 1 here. And 1 here. There we go. Then a couple of buckets of water. I might add this to the checklist for next week, actually. Crushing wheels, because we absolutely need to have a permanent setup for crushing wheels. We are going to be using these a lot more in the coming streams. Okay, then we need a couple of small cogwheels. And then the crushing wheels. There we go. Okay. And then we just drop our obsidian in the top. And let it crush. Now we do need 6 crushed obsidian. Which I don't think we're going to get from just 2 blocks. We might get lucky. Because there is a chance that it drops itself. So we'll see. Have a great stream. Thanks, Liam. Thanks for joining. I'm only going to be live for another 20 minutes or so. But if you are interested in more Minecraft Monday, I play this game every Monday at 3 PM BST. So by all means, do come along to future streams and join me as I, you know, quest my way to space. But thanks for joining today, Liam. Very kind of you. Okay, I'm just waiting on these crushing wheels. Any second now. Come on. It's literally 2 blocks. Come on, it shouldn't be taking this long. Are you serious? Are you serious? What? Why is it taking so long? It's only 2 blocks. Okay, there we go. We got 2 powders of obsidian, and we did get both blocks back, in fairness. So we'll just feed them straight through again. In the meantime, we need to press these. No, we don't. Okay, we deploy the lava first. Oh, the lava's empty as well. We need to get some more lava. There we go. Refill that. There we go. And then we press these twice, and that makes sturdy sheets. We need 6 sturdy sheets, and then we can make 2 mining drills. There we go. That's 2. We're going to need to set the mechanical crafters up again as well. That's another thing that's going to need to be permanently set up, because we are going to need to use these fairly regularly also. I'm wondering if we could power these with the water wheels, actually. Oh shit, that's only 4 rows tall. Okay, down, down, and then that way. There we go. Okay, oh, we got both blocks back again. Okay, so even if we don't get our blocks back this time, we have crafted enough sturdy sheets. That's the lava's empty again already. Okay. The lava gets used up quite quickly by this by the spout. Okay, in there. Now put these in the press. And that gets us 2 more sturdy sheets. How's our energy gadget doing? Oh, copy-paste gadget is 2/3 of the way full. That'll be ready to use in the next stream. Very excited to use that as well. In fact, actually I might hold off on building the new mining drill in this stream, because what we can do is I can go to the iron mining drill and I can use the copy-paste gadget. So we can literally just copy this, copy the mining drill, go to the new drill site and just paste it back down again. That gadget is going to come in really handy. And if you want to use it, by the way, the mod is called Building Gadgets 2. Really, really recommend. I saw it first on the Yogscast on Duncan's Tech It 2 series, Jaffa Factory 2 series. which I highly recommend, by the way. A long time Yogscast viewer, long time Yogscast fan. But I have been watching their latest Jaffa Factory series, and a few of the mods in this pack I got the idea from watching their streams. For example, the gadgets, that I got the idea for the building gadgets from watching the Jaffa Factory series. And with that, we have our 6 sturdy sheets. Okay, so now we can actually craft the 2 mining drills. Let's move the crushing wheels. If I stick a cogwheel in the middle here, will it? No, it's going to break. Okay. We're going to have to adjust the setup a little bit. Okay, cogwheel here. No. Cogwheel here. And then the water wheel can go directly behind. But it's not going to have enough speed, I don't think. Oh, it does. It does. Okay. What's that achievement? Drastically slow down a mechanical crafter to procrastinate on proper infrastructure. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But this now should work. So where do we put things? Brass in the corners. Okay, brass in the corner. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brass casing there. Brass tunnel there. Precision mechanisms here and here. Brass sheets all the way around the perimeter. Spout and copper casing at the top, like so. What's next? Mechanical drills, and then the sturdy sheets. Mechanical drill, 3 sturdy sheets. Oh, and we also need the electron tubes. There we go. That will craft. I'll go and sleep. And then we're going to craft a second one. And then next week, like I say, once the copy-paste gadget's complete, next week we'll build our mining drills for zinc and copper. And then we can fully automate the production of copper and brass casings. Oh god, this is going to be slow. In the meantime, let's put some of this crap away that we don't need. How's our farms working, by the way? We're doing very well for pumpkins, which is good because we eat a lot of them. Oh my god, this is tedious. Thanks for the heart signal, Douglas. Okay, while it's crafting, can I put in... Fuck. I just wanted to know if I could put in the components for the next one while it was still crafting. The answer is no, and now I have to start again. Great. Thanks. Thanks, game. Okay, this time I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to go and check how our other mining drill's working. In fact, this would be a perfect opportunity to put down another one of our chunk loaders. And we'll just keep this loaded so that it keeps crafting while we're away. And then I'm going to quickly head over to the iron mine and see what else we're going to need. So we need a diesel engine. We need a rotation speed controller. We need a pump. Oh, it stopped, by the way. Ah! It has stopped. We managed to get almost 2 stacks of iron. So 1 barrel of diesel will get us 2 stacks of iron. Good to know. Good to know. I will go and fetch another barrel in that case. And we are also going to have to automate the production of biodiesel at some point, because we are very quickly going to run out of barrels. We've only got 3 barrels left as it is. So we will need to hook that up so that we get an infinite supply of biodiesel. So you are trans, says Pixel Secondary School. Yes, I am indeed. Been out for about 4 years now. There we go, that's up and running again. So, diesel generator, clutch, gearbox, speed controller, spout, not a spout, mechanical pump. It's not massively expensive equipment. The most expensive thing is the actual drill itself, which we're currently in the process of crafting. And then probably the diesel generator second, so we should focus on making 2 more of those. Okay, there's our mechanical drill. Okay, we've crafted 1 mechanical drill. We'll get the second one crafting. And then I'm going to look up the recipe for diesel generators as well. There we go. You're beautiful and amazing, says Douglas. Thank you, Douglas. Sorry I had a coughing fit in the middle of reading that comment. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Let me just get all of this stuff put away, because we are going to start wrapping up the stream in just a few minutes. We are coming close to 6 o'clock now. Okay, mechanical drill. Not mechanical drill. Diesel generator, that's what we need. Diesel engine. Okay. A block of brass. So 2 blocks of brass. 2 fluid tanks. Let's get started on that. No wooden slabs. Okay, barrel. Another barrel. Didn't mean to place that there. Oh, we can put all of our stuff back into our hotbar, by the way. Copper. Copper. Which we are running low on, which is why we're getting this copper mining drill set up in the first place. I think we need 4. Building gadget is 80% full. Lovely. There we go. Okay. So there's our 2 fluid tanks. 2 blocks of brass. Do we have enough brass for that? We need 18 brass. We don't have enough for that. And we also don't have enough copper to produce enough brass. Okay, I can go copper mining again. We got another mining drill. We can now move this. Oh wait, does the chunk stay loaded? No, good. So we can take all this down now. We don't need it for the mechanical, for the diesel generator. I do need some dirt to fill this hole back in though. I'm going to put that on the checklist, actually, for next time, so that I don't forget. we need a permanent place for the mechanical crafter and for the crushing wheels. And we'll make sure that we sort both of those out in the next live stream. Okay. Copper. I'm going to go mine a little bit of copper. I am going to try and finish off these drills, these diesel engines, before we finish the stream. We are coming up to 6 o'clock, so there's not long left. But it shouldn't be too difficult to just craft a couple of diesel engines, so we'll do that, and then we'll call it a day. Honestly, I'm just looking forward to not having to go mining every 5 minutes. Once these drills are up and running, we will literally never have to mine again. Oh, I did not mean to hit you. I didn't mean to hit you. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? No, but now he's just going to appear again and... There. Okay, I mean, I didn't mean to hit you, but I'll take the ender pearl. Thank you. Okay, that'll do. Nearly 2 stacks. That'll be enough. I mean, I always say that'll be enough, but then I'm always coming back in another 10 minutes to get more, so... Maybe it won't be enough. Maybe this is nowhere near enough. But we do also need to craft 4 pistons, 4 blackstone slabs, and I think that's it, actually. Okay, so we'll pop these on here, and then I'm going to craft 2... Oh, we need flint and steel as well, but they're cheap. Okay, 2 shafts, 2 andesite alloy, and 2 zinc nuggets. And that should get us our pistons. There we go. 2 flint and steel, and then 2 blackstone slabs. Or 4 blackstone slabs, rather. Polished blackstone slabs as well, specifically. Okay. Which means we're going to need to get the stone cutter out. There we go. Good afternoon, says Simo. How are you doing, Simo? You're right at the end of the stream, I'm afraid, Simo. But enjoy it while it lasts. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks, Dagger. Do hope you've enjoyed. Like I say, I'm going to be wrapping things up in just a few minutes, so if you've got to go, you know, don't worry, you won't be missing much. Just going to make these diesel engines, and then that's where we're going to end it. Thank you for a great stream. See you soon, Saul. Thanks, Danny. I'll see you again soon as well. Next stream's going to be on Wednesday. I'm going to be building this Lego Creeper. So come along on Wednesday if you want to see me build that. Just need brass now. Just need the brass. How much should we make? Let's just do 16. It was nice to talk to you again. You too, Douglas. Thank you very much. Oh, we need to heat this as well. Which means we need coal. We are doing pretty good, though. Let me just check the ingot situation right now. We're actually not doing too bad for iron at the minute, to be honest. Gold, we're running a bit low. Copper, just under 2 stacks. It's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. We are going to need way, way more than that in future. But I think for now it should, you know, it should see us through. Okay, there is our 2 diesel engines. And do we have time to make the turbochargers as well? They're fairly cheap. 2 fluid pipes. 2 fans. Yeah, let's do these as well. Huh. Interesting. I think I've just discovered something there. There we go. Okay. Fluid pipes. There we go. 6 andesite, 4 zinc. Six andesite, 4 zinc. 2 propellers, which is going to be 8, 9, 10, right, 4, 5, 6, 12 iron plates. And then we'll be done. And 2 minutes to spare. So I think we're going to be finishing just past 6 today. But not the end of the world. We can put these into our backpack for later. We got 2 mining drills, 2 diesel engines, and soon we'll have our 2 turbochargers as well. We'll make the rest of the stuff next week. And again, like I say, the plan for next week is we're going to use... we're going to use our copy and paste gadget. We're going to craft everything we need to build 2 more mining drill setups. And then we're going to use the copy and paste gadget to build mining drills at the copper and zinc deposits. So then we got infinite copper and infinite zinc, which is very handy. Okay, there's the propellers. We should now have everything we need to make 2 turbochargers. There we go. And with that, the crafting for today is done. So before we finish, let's see how full the building gadget is. 950. It's pretty much full. It's pretty much full. Literally, it'll probably be done in a couple of minutes. Okay. In the meantime, then, we can put these in our backpack. Everything else can go back into storage. Off it all goes. And I think, for today, that is going to be where we leave it. So, ingot situation... reasonable. It'll be a lot better soon. Mining copy gadget 967. It probably won't be finished today actually, but I'll leave the game running for a little bit after the stream ends just so that it fills up. And I think we'll end the stream where we started, which is at the iron mine. So here it is once again, still running at full pelt. We've currently got over 2 stacks of iron, and this machine, once again, will mine indefinitely. This will infinitely mine iron ore, so we never have to worry about iron again. Unless we use it more quickly than the machine can mine it, which we probably will, in fairness. But that's it. That's where I'm going to end for today, so let's take one last look at the mining drill in action. Look at it go. Look at how fast that... diesel generator is working. Ignore the wandering trader with his elephant. In fact, let me just have a quick look, see if he's got any decent trades. I can't reach him because he's on the elephant. Right, well, if you don't want to trade, then fuck off. Can you get away from my highly delicate mining equipment, please? I'm supposed to be ending the stream. Come on, this is... Get away. I'll kill you. I will use force. Come on, get away now. Please. Go away. Okay, you didn't want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It had to be done. It had to be done. There we go. Okay. And that's it for today's stream. So there we go. We've built our first automatic mining drill. We're going to be building 8 more of these. One for every material that we can mine with them. So there's going to be one for zinc, copper, gold, coal, emerald, diamond, redstone, and lapis. And obviously we got the iron one as well. And eventually when we get to the nether, we'll have one for ancient debris as well. So eventually there will be 10 of these machines, all completely identical, mining throughout our Minecraft world. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today. So if you'll excuse me for just a minute, I'll switch over to the big camera and I'll say a few words before we finish up. But this is the end of the Minecraft portion of the stream. So if you don't want to stick around for the wrap-up, that's absolutely fine. Thank you very much for joining. If you do want to stick around for the wrap-up, give me just a second. Let me switch over to my big camera. And let's get the music. Cue the music. If I can find it. There it is. Okay, one sec. There we go. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for joining me today for this Minecraft Monday stream. I've had a lot of fun. Let me turn the brightness up a little bit on my light because it's getting a bit dark all of a sudden. But thank you everyone for joining. I've had a wonderful time today. You know I always love my Minecraft Monday streams. This is always the highlight of my week. Oh, don't know what that was about. This is always the highlight of my week. I absolutely love playing Minecraft, so thank you very much for joining me. We've done quite a lot today as well. Quite pleased with our progress, especially compared to last week. We didn't really get much done in last week's stream, but we got so much done today. We got hydroelectric power, we got mining drill set up for iron, and we're soon going to have one set up for copper and zinc as well. And we've got our building gadget, so it's going to make future construction projects a lot easier. It's just been an all-round good stream. We've made some good progress. So I'll be back on Monday with more Minecraft. If you want to see my other streams in the meantime, then don't forget to join me on Friday for Farming Sim and Sunday for what might be the last episode of Munch's Odyssey. I don't know if we're going to finish the game or not this week, but we will see. And don't forget to join me on Wednesday for the Lego building stream. I'm going to be building this here creeper. Speaking of Minecraft, I'm going to be building the new Lego Minecraft creeper on stream on Wednesday, so if you want to come along and watch the stream for that, Wednesday at 3 PM, come along and join me. That's going to be it for today, though. There is going to be a video coming out this week, which is the 4th part of the Lego tour. Don't know for definite if it's going to be coming out on Thursday or maybe later. It depends how long it takes me to edit it all together, but I am currently working on the edit right now, so there will be a video definitely at some point this week. And there's a video coming next week as well, which I don't want to spoil too much, but you'll see it when it comes. But that's it. So if you have enjoyed the stream but you haven't already followed, please do. And if you'd like to join me on other platforms, then by all means check out the link in my bio. I am on YouTube. Hi YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now, and if you want to watch my streams in landscape mode, then YouTube is the place to do it. I'm always live over there at the same time as on TikTok. You can also join the Discord if you want to keep up to date with when I'm live and when I post videos, or if you just want to chat with me, generally speaking, Discord is the best place to do that. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky, although I don't really post there very often. And last but not least, of course, if you'd like to support me financially, please do consider checking out my Patreon, like these fine folks here. Thank you very much to Kate, Sophie, Jess, Daniel, and our newest Patreon supporter, Danny J. Bateman. Thank you all very much for supporting me over there. It only costs £1 a month, and you get access to behind-the-scenes content, as well as getting a shout-out on stream and getting your name on this board. So please do consider checking it out if you're interested. If not, no worries. Thank you for joining anyway. It's been a wonderful stream. It's been a wonderful day. I'm going to go and enjoy the sun because it's absolutely roasting today. So I'm going to get away and cool myself down a bit. And I'll see you on Wednesday for the Lego Minecraft Creeper building stream. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye. And bye-bye YouTube as well, thank you very much. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have actually been streaming in a slightly different resolution today. My smaller monitor is actually 1080 by 1200. So instead of streaming in sorry, let me just put that back. So instead of streaming in 1280 by 1080, so I'm getting everything wrong. My monitor is 1920 by 1200, so instead of streaming in 1920 by 1080 like I usually do, I've streamed in 1920 by 1200 instead, so the game actually fits to the screen a bit better, and hopefully it might improve the quality somewhat, I don't know. But either way, thank you for joining. I'll see you... Actually, the Lego stream won't be on YouTube. Fair warning, because it's a mobile stream, I can't stream to YouTube and TikTok at the same time from my phone. So the Lego stream will be TikTok only. The next stream here on YouTube will be Farming Sim on Friday.